Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Can we talk? Let's talk about conversation hearts. We're going to make some cute little conversation hearts like we used to have back in the day. These just evoke such a feeling of times past, good times, childhood. Let's get started. I've already made one conversation heart, and I'm going to show you how I did it on this little Walmart board that I purchased. They're very inexpensive, and I just painted mine with one coat of white, casement white fusion mineral paint. And we are going to take this little 6x6 canvas flat board and we're going to mount it inside after we paint the conversation heart. Now, at some point, I may incorporate this cute little rice paper on the third board that I have, and it's from Digital Deco Designs. It's just an old-fashioned Valentine. So cute, right? It would go really cute with the set that I'm making today. I have this heart that I pulled off of another project. It's a little wonky, and I'm going to show you how to fix that because we need a perfectly shaped heart to do a conversation heart, right? So I'm just going to lay it down on my canvas board, and with my little mechanical pencil from the Dollar Tree, I trace around it, all but that wonky part there. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that pencil and bring it straight up so that it's not curvy. Okay, so once we have that, we can move ahead. And I'll show you how I make the lines because I want to make this 3D. So you go down about the halfway point and you're going to make a little line going at an angle. The line is going to go down about 1.5 inches or so. Depends on how big you want the base of your heart. You're going to go across to the other side, make a mark, and do the same thing on the other side, mirror image. So you're going to have two slightly slanted lines going down. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to connect the lines here. See, you just take it straight across the bottom of the heart, round it at the tip, and you're going to go whatever way is comfortable for you, up or down. I like going up with my pencil. It makes it easier for me. And you just connect it. See how easy that was? So it kind of looks like a little bit like a box, I guess. So these conversation hearts are going to be a little on the 3D side. So here I'm showing you the one I've already done. And what I think I'm going to do is along this little edge, I'm going to create a border of bling that I purchased from Amazon, but I'm not going to do it on this video, but I'm just showing you here what I'm going to end up doing is going around the whole perimeter of the frame and blinging it out because I'm going to bling out some of the heart as well. That's my plan anyway. So here we go. I'm going to take it on another turn here, and we're going to do these little conversation hearts, the tiny ones, with this FormFlex compound. That is amazing compound. If you've never used it, I highly recommend it. You're going to need a little makeup brush from the Dollar Tree and some cornstarch. I just put it right out on my table, just like that, and just give it a little dusting. I'm going to use a little Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby heart that had a little cutout heart in the center. If you have a little cookie cutter, you can use that as well. But I just dust the inside of the heart as well, lay it down, and I take the FormFlex compound, knead it just a little bit, take a tiny little piece of it, and I'm just going to squish it right on down inside that heart, just like that. Then we take the tool, the important tool, the credit card. And this credit card comes with every bit of compound that you get in the mail. As you can see, it's just a scraper. You put it down and scrape it and put it down and scrape it, and you save the extra compound to use for your next project. But look at how cute that came out. Perfect, like, right? And I made a plethora of them. And I even made some with a little dot of seafoam green or sea breeze green it was, and I added it and made it a little bit teal color for some of them. It was a little messy on my hands, but I gotta say it turned out really cute. Okay, so how I store my FormFlex compound is tightly airtight. Put the bag in a bag, seal it up, you put it in the refrigerator. It lasts forever, literally. I never really have it that long, so I guess I wouldn't know how long it lasts. But anyway, there's that sea breeze color that I mixed in with the clay, and I ended up with that pretty color right there. I love it. It meshes very nicely with the teal conversation heart that I made. And if you want to clean up the edges a little with a little file, you can do that, but they come out pretty clean actually. You can even stack them like I'm showing you here, but for this purpose, we're going to use just a single layer one. Okay, now we're going to get to the painting part. I'm going to take my board back and I'm going to grab up my purple. This is Purple Rain. I said, wouldn't it be fun to come up with the colors of the paints, sit around thinking up colors of paints? That would be a fun job, wouldn't it? Anyway, this is the one I did earlier, and it was with a little bit of the sea breeze from Deco Art, and I have my own little Tiffany blue color that I mixed up, and then there's the ballerina pink. That's a chalk paint I got from Walmart, and that's the background. So just so you know, and then the center is done with a little bit of casement fusion mineral paint in the white to lighten it up in the center a little, because you need different values of the same color, like you're going to see me do here for the purple. Now I'm going to use the straight up Purple Rain from Deco Art. I'm going to add a little bit of the fusion mineral paint encasement white, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it straight up on the surface around the top of the heart. Now, this paint is not real pigmented, real highly pigmented, but the casement fusion mineral paint is. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to mix the fusion mineral paint with my not so expensive paints. It kind of upgrades it a little bit and it gives it a little bit more pigment. Of course, it changes the color, but sometimes I do that just so as not to have to put on two coats. So that's my little trick for upgrading your paint stash. I buy the fusion mineral paint in casement white, raw silk, which is a creamy white. I also buy it in the ash and for the gray, and then coal black. So those four colors I can interchange with a lot of colors and upgrade my paint. So here I'm just going to dry it up a little bit. And once it's dry, I'm going to go around it a second time, all just around the edge with the same color so that there's no streaks in it. And it's a solid purple, just like this. Once I have that part accomplished, we're going to go in and mix a special paint, the same color, that Purple Rain, with a little bit of the white, not too much. We don't want it real light, but we want it just one little grade lighter, and or maybe two or three. But we are going to go around the middle and really close to that edge. It's important to get close to that edge because basically what that center is kind of like where the sunlight would hit it, or where your source of light would be coming from. And so you're going to do just a little bit of shading around that edge so that it gives it in the end, once we get the base painted on, that 3D effect. And you'll see that in the end. It'll be easy to see once it's all accomplished. But right now it looks a little wonky, I know, but trust the process, I always say. Okay, so once you have the top part finished, and like I said, you want just a sliver around the bottom there and a little bit more at the top showing, just like that. Then you're going to do the bottom half. You're going to clean your brush out really well and make sure it's good and dry on some paper towel. And then you're going to pour out that Purple Rain again, and you're going to make it just a little bit darker than the top, but lighter than the center. So here we are with the different values of the Purple Rain. I had to switch brushes there because the one I had was not working for me. So this angle brush is perfect to go around the edge and mark that off, and then just fill in the center part. I talk a lot with my hands, I realize that. That's because I'm a half-breed Italian. Uh, what's the matter, you? Alrighty then. Okay, so now you can kind of start to see how it looks a little more on the 3D side, right? And one more quick dry. And of course, the base needs just a little extra to make it not streaky. I'm going to take this small 1/4 inch flat brush and I'm going to put it right in the casement white, and I'm going to make like a little comma at the top. This is going to be like where the light might hit it, giving it a little bit of interest. Then I'm going to make another one, but when I do it, I'm going to taper it down, and you can see me kind of take the brush and turn it slightly, and what it does is it just angles it and tapers it like a little parenthesis. I was going to say comma, but that would be backwards, right? A little parenthesis. And I'm just going to go back in and darken it up a little bit, and that is it. That is all that is. So now it looks like there's a little light source going on there. So now what I'm going to do is go in with some more deco art, and this one is coral. I actually was thinking about doing it a little bit lighter than this particular coral because, you know, I always forget that the paint's going to dry a little bit darker. So I went in and I just gave it one coat all the way around of the coral. And you have to take your time around the edges. Just take your time. If you need to use a smaller brush, you can do that. See, I picked up a smaller liner brush and got in closer so that I could not mess up my lines. And I actually ended up liking the two colors together. I keep showing you that little Valentine. I do want to do something with that, make this like a little trio, the little girl and boy, and then this, those flanking either side of it. I think it would be really cute. So I'm probably going to do that. And with the first one, I went around it with a Sharpie marker, but to do that and not wreck your Sharpie marker, you have to go over the whole thing with Mod Podge and let it dry. Otherwise, it messes up your marker, and you don't want that. So once everything is all painted on there, I will go over it before I go around it with the Sharpie marker. Now, being that I was on a 45-minute timed live, I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I kind of skipped a couple steps. Here I'm just putting on some E6000 and a little bit of hot glue for the quick grab, so it'll grab it quickly while the E6000 is curing permanently. And I'm just going to center it right in the middle. I'm going to eyeball it. I'm not really measuring it, which I typically don't measure, but it turned out pretty good. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of that coral, and I'm going to make like a little heart, like a V, and then fill it in and put a heart in the middle. And then the letter to the left of it will be the letter I. Can you guess the rest? The next letter to the right of it will be the letter U. And so it says, I love you. Ta-da. There's my ta-da moment. And you're going to want to do that with your tiniest little script liner brush so you can get in there and make it real tiny and thin letters. Okay, so the very last thing we're going to do to this on this live, and you'll have to stay tuned to the very end. This is a cliffhanger for y'all, to see what I do with, to finish with the little finishing touches that I'm going to put on afterwards. Like I said, I only had 45 minutes on this live, so I had to get to getting, but I'm going to take the little Formflex compound conversation hearts that we made in the beginning of this video, and I'm going to add them to the sides here. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting them on the frame itself, and I got to be careful because I don't want it to go over the edge because I want those to be able to stand up on their own, or I could put them in an easel. But I think of the third one, I'm just going to go ahead and put it right on the board and leave it just like that. Okay, now This is the ta-da moment. Here they are together, the two of them. I will put more of the conversation hearts on the second one as well. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked this project. Thanks for watching. Here I added some Totally Dazzled flat back crystals around the hearts and some sticky back crystals around the frame that I got from Amazon. I added some words to the baby conversation hearts, and I think it turned out super cute. What do y'all think? I hope you enjoyed this. And happy Valentine's Day, all you lovebirds. God bless.